Hi, I'm Darla Melmans with Mind Potential Northwest and Awakening Whole Brain Wisdom online programs. I've been helping clients for over 2 decades now who have been dealing with anxiety, depression, overwhelm, traumatic past experiences, just managing the stressors of daily life. And then what happens a few years ago, we are faced with this global pandemic, and all of a sudden we're in this mental health crisis. We've got people who are waiting for services for 6 months, 12 months, sometimes even 18 months. And that was a scary time for many of my clients because they weren't able to access the care that they needed. Working in my private practice, I see people continuing to come in with the same kind of struggles. In spite of their best intentions, they were still doing the same kinds of things over and over again. It was kind of like they were hitting their head against a wall because they were wanting to change their lives. They were wanting to set down these habits and these patterns to switch off that rumination and the monkey mind that was keeping them awake all night. And they weren't able to do it. They would say, I want to do this and I'm going to do it by this time, and then their plans would be thwarted. So I needed to figure out how to actually help them get their brain on board with their intention. Sometimes the brain has a mind of its own, and in spite of our best intentions, we're not able to achieve our goals. That's what got me into the field of neuroscience. I needed some tools to be able to help them beyond just the talk therapy that I was doing. I had to figure out how to actually work with them and to change the patterns in their brain waves and to change the way that their nervous system was firing from behind my little screen through Zoom. And so that was really the birth of Awakening Whole Brain Wisdom online programs. So what's been so exciting for me about my online programs is that I've been able to combine neuroscience with some practical home-based strategies, some natural healing remedies that have been around for hundreds of years and help people actually change the way that their brain is working. And this is what this workshop here is about. I want to invite you to join my next virtual event. You're going to get 5 days of training to help learn how to regulate the brain, change the way the brain fires, and ultimately change the way that it's wired. I was blessed and fortunate enough to find mentors from different fields to study and train with some of the masters in developmental trauma, neuroscience, nutrition, shamanic healing, and put it all together and pulled out the most important pieces that I feel help people make the kind of change that you're looking for right now in your life. I also want you to know that I get you. I understand what it's like to live in a brain that you can't quiet down. I know what it's like to feel stressed out, to be pulled in 100 million directions, to some days feel like you don't know if you can make it, to feel like you want to stay in bed all day. I get that. I've been there and I've walked through those coals. What made a difference for me was, number one, having somebody who could guide me and help me understand what was going on for me, take the mystery out of my own mental health, helping me see that there was a way of learning a certain mindset and putting certain skills in place, and then also combining these neuroscience-based strategies to actually hit the reset button. On day one, I'm going to help you learn how to get out of that emergency mode. I'm going to help you learn how to actually shift your brain and your body so that those stress responses, those hormones, those neurotransmitters that are firing, that are keeping you all worked up, we're going to learn how to quiet those down so that you can actually reclaim your calm. On day two, we're going to talk about maximizing your personal power. We're going to talk about the mindset, we're going to talk about the self-talk, and we're going to learn about which habits actually move you in the direction of more grace and ease. Day 3 is the neural code to change your life. And I have to tell you, I get really excited about this day because I'm going to give you one of the most powerful tools that I have worked with for over 15 years now that actually changes the way that your brain and body fire and can actually change the way that you feel within 10 minutes. Day 4, we're going to start building your resilience roadmap. I've spent 25 years studying human resilience. I'm very interested in what helps people rise above and move beyond adverse situations and tough life circumstances. So on this day, you're not going to want to miss it because I'm going to lay down everything that you will need to do to take you from point A to point Z in terms of your own mental well-being. Day 5 is all about awakening the wisdom within. This is another really wonderful day. You're going to have an opportunity to hear from some of my team members who actually have moved through some pretty dark times in their own lives and really transformed things. And they're going to talk to you about the little tiny voice inside of you and how to awaken that so that you can continue to move your life in the direction of your desires. And I have to tell you that 5 days is going to be amazing, but I'm also going to offer you 2 additional bonus training sessions. In the first one, we're going to talk about stepping into your ideal self, what that's going to look like, who you want to be at the end of the day. And then on the next day, in our second bonus session, we're going to talk about the what and the how, and also the who you need to call in to help you and guide you to be your support as you move into your new way of being. You're going to get 5 days of training plus an incredible bonus stack for just $37. So in case you need an extra loving push just to believe in yourself and say yes to yourself, if you don't love it, by the end of day 3, I will give you your money back, no questions asked. So all you need to do is click that button below and take you from freaking out to I've got this in 5 days or less.